This program is brought to you with the help from our real friends. For your photo, video, and audio needs, look no further than Shuttermaster. Shuttermaster is your source for mics, mixers, professional lighting, cameras, and many more. Visit them at shuttermaster.com.ph for more details. And now for our regular program. Here's Joe and Kokoy.
Hi, welcome back. I am Joe,
And I am Kokoy,
and together we are.
TITOS with ukuleles.
So, Koy, what's in the box?
Well, Joe, today we have a special episode. We're finally going to do an unboxing. Well, actually, we kind of cheated. I already opened it just to make sure it came and arrived properly because there's a big hole on the box.
Hey, Koy, we forgot something.
Oh, wow, what did we forget? Huh? Did you?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Okay, so folks, we're back at Shutter Cafe.
Yes.
Here at Shuttermaster Pro. We'd like to thank Shuttermaster for the use of your cafe to record in. And
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, and thank you, Frank, again for the use of your Sennheiser profile microphone.
Check.
So, let's get back. What's in the box?
All right. So, going back to our box here, you've noticed that in most of our episodes recently, we've been featuring ukuleles probably around the mid-range, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you were like one of our Tito friends and you wanted to give your nice nephew or niece some gift, or maybe just your children, a nice gift of music.
And what's the budget here?
And we're talking about like Tito budget, Tito budget,
Just to fulfill certain obligations.
like my obligation to your son. So what we have here is what we would like to call a very entry level. Yeah, but you'd be surprised what this entry level has in store. So a little ASMR. Yeah. Okay, for the final reveal, what we have here is a nice, bright ukulele. Now, okay, this ukulele, is a watermelon. Okay. Now, why a watermelon? I'll tell you later. Like I said, a few were Tito obligations. But this is what we would call entry level. Now, why do you think it's entry level? Definitely it's a price, right? So, okay, if I were to ask you, what do you expect from an entry-level budget ukulele? Before I say the price, because that will shock you.
It must at least be in tune. Keep
in tune, number
keep
one.
In tune.
Okay, what else?
Actually, that's it. If I'm going to go for budget, just keep
You're not even worried about the sound?
But this has to sound bright.
Right, sounding bright. Okay, from the looks of this, first of all, it is bright, orange and green, right? So budget ukuleles are usually a fruit, meaning that sometimes you get a lemon, or no, that's not a fruit. Okay, or
my understanding is this was not so it's not printed directly on the wood for this, right?
Yes. Okay. This budget ukulele usually is mass-produced, so to be able to do that properly, usually whatever finish you have has to be a little bit consistent. So in this case, this design is put here by what I would call a paper top. That's basically just printed paper. Then you cover it with whatever laminate you can put. Okay, so budget ukulele has to, did you say, keep in tune? So first, the description is this is an IRIN budget ukulele, entry level.
You keep on saying budget. Okay, how much?
Okay. This will knock you down for about $20 or about more than 1,000 pesos for the rest of us. Well,
that's
sorry,
that's
$20.
That's the cost of a ukulele string.
Yes, the cost of a string or even just the tuners for a nice ukulele is the worth of this. But what you will have in our unboxing, aside from the ukulele, you will have a bag. It's slim, but yes. Okay. But wait, there's more.
Oh,
you get a tuner.
Oh, a clip-on tuner.
Yeah, so you were right. If you wanted this, it has to always be in tune. Well, you clip a tuner on and you keep playing and tuning at the same time.
Can I mention at this point that this is the kind of tuner that he hates the most?
Okay, I don't like clip-on tuners because when you're playing on stage, It does kind of look unprofessional that you're tuning all the time, right? It only tells your instrument are always out of tune. But this is a nice tuner, and in most brands, this alone would knock you $20 for the big brands, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but there's more. Okay, in case you break your strings, you have a nice set.
Wow.
Okay, so it does have a nice set of
Nice
strings. White nylon strings, which is practically a copy of the bigger brands.
House brand strings, IRIN.
Yep.
What else? What else?
If it does, if your watermelon starts to rot, you can wipe it off. There you go. There's a cleaning cloth. Okay, for that alone, your value should be more than that ukulele, right?
Is there more?
Of course, there's more. There is a capo. There's a nice capo. Now this is a ukulele size capo. Again, there you go. Okay, a nice capo that comes with it, ukulele size. Because if you buy a guitar capo, it's really gonna be awkward to play with it. And if you are going to strum with a pick, it does give you a lot of picks to pick from. It's a bag of picks. Okay, that's again within the $20 budget. And finally, aside from the box, you get a strap. All right, if you notice that there's no actually strap locks on those things, so this kind of strap is the type that actually clips over by the sound hole.
Okay.
Yeah, so all this for the price of $19.99. Ding, ding, ding.
Is there more?
No more. Okay, so this $20 or roughly 1,500 pesos, more or less, ukulele can be found with your local online. This probably you might not find this in a store because most of these discounted values is because it's bought online. So you will find this in our case in Asia. You'll find it in Lazada, in Shopee. Now you can also find it in Temu or AliExpress. And this is very nice basic for the price. It's a very nice basic. That's what I like about it, right?
What does it sound like?
Well,
Let's do a sound sample.
yes, let's do a sound sample. Let's move, okay? I'll give you a sound sample in 1, 2, yeah. Okay, and we're back. So, what do you
Koy.
think of that sound sample?
Okay, Koy, what do you like about this, aside from the price and all of the goodies?
It's a watermelon. What's there not to like? No, yes, okay. When you're buying a budget ukulele, you do want performance, right? But when you can't perform, you form.
So it's if you cannot play, display.
Yes, if you cannot play, display. But this alone, by the looks, it looks like fun, right? So if you're gonna give this as a gift, okay, there are many budget ukuleles that you can buy for the price range, right? But because you'd feel that the additional paint job and paperwork on it and the bonus items make you feel good about it.
Okay, if I'm seeing this right, the nut and the saddle are plastic.
The nut and the saddle are plastic, and they're very, very basic plastic.
This looks like the
Yes,
bridge is screwed into
okay.
into the soundboard.
So what I do like about it are the looks, right? Now, when going about feel, sound, etc., you can't expect much from a basic budget ukulele. Like compared to the other ukuleles we've had in this channel, the bridge is practically unknown wood and probably
Is
just
it wood or plastic? I think it's plastic as well.
no. It's probably yeah, you're correct. It could be plastic. Yeah, and some budget ukuleles it's actually wood that's unknown, but in this case it's possibly plastic.
So okay,
The fretboard.
is plastic.
Okay, the fretboard is, I feel, painted on. Whether it's plastic or wood, it's probably wood, but
What
it's
about the
painted
frets
on.
itself?
That's something I really don't like about it.
Sharp.
Okay, when you buy a budget ukulele, one thing you have to look out for is that if the fret is gold or chrome or silver or basically yellow or white, right? If it's yellow, run away. Barely do they make ukuleles with gold because it's going to be too soft, right? So this is yellow, practically brass. This will tarnish as it is looking now. Plus, it does not feel good. Like right now, aside from little fret sprouting and rough edges, it really looks kind of dirty. Also because the fretboard is also practically painted on. You can practically tell that the black fretboard is not ebony or...
Any idea what wood they use? It's so thin.
No idea.
This
is probably basswood or some
like,
of the cheaper wood.
Sounds like cardboard. But it's not. It's wood. It's wood. I think.
No, it's some sort of cheap wood. Could actually be, it could be actually laminate or something. But definitely on a budget ukulele, that's one thing you can never expect to find is good wood. There's so many things that you might not like about it, but only because we are already used to with nicely set up ukuleles. This is one thing that we noticed when we start first testing this thing is that fresh from the box, it was hard to keep in tune. That's why you have the tuner. It's hard to keep in tune, practically because
the strings are still stretching. No.
It could be the strings, the quality of the strings, but also possibly the type of tuners, which is very just budget as well.
But I don't know if you can see this properly, but the strings are so bright white.
Yes, but you do get an extra set, right? So just to recap on my opinions about this is that one, for a budget ukulele, it's pretty okay because you're only spending like $20, right? If you want to start somebody in ukulele, you can start with $20, then move up. At least in that sense, you just feel like you paid for dinner for two or something like that. So but yeah, you have to hand it to the way it looks,
I'd buy this
fresh.
if I were just gonna display it, or if I were going to give it as a gift to a young child whom you don't know will be committed to learning. Like they might tire of it after a month.
Yeah, well, it is playable. But if I were a really nice tito, before I give this to any child, I'd have to file a little. I'd have to file a little the fret because their mommies will definitely get mad at me. So that's my opinion. How about you, Joe? How do you let's hand it over to you and give your thoughts about it furthermore.
A gift, but like straight out of the box, I don't want to work on a gift that I'd have to give to someone else.
Yeah.
I just want to hand it over. Want them to unbox it. So let them deal with the sharp edges, I suppose. No, we're not gonna do that to a child.
We're gonna teach them, but yeah.
No, this is something I'd buy more out of curiosity that for that amount, what do I get?
Which is why I bought it. And to remind you guys that Joe and I, we're not sponsored in terms of instruments. We buy our own so that we can give our opinions freely without any biases.
No one will give this to us for evaluation purposes. We will buy it to evaluate it.
Yes, and our evaluation, you are hearing that definitely for a budget ukulele, this is an okay choice. But again, you expect that you have to add a little bit more.
For me, I'd buy this just to keep the accessories.
That is a good opinion. Actually, that is one of the best suggestions, that if you do find a budget ukulele set, make sure that it does come with all of the accessories so that whenever you move up to another type of ukulele, then at least you can keep the accessories for its value and just hang this in the wall. So, for you, is it a yes or a no?
Depends.
Hey, $20. What do you think?
Yes, just for the accessories.
I mean, for $20, you can play it in the bathroom at least.
Yeah.
It's a watermelon proof.
If I step on this by accident somehow, I will not cry. At least the accessories are still there.
Yes, actually, that is true. Thank you for that, for your suggestions. Okay. Yes, for me, If you are on a budget, yes, I would actually recommend this particular brand because I've seen worse. I've seen worse. But for $20, it's a yes because of what it comes with. Now, as a starter ukulele, you will hear this more often enough from us, is that if you're going to start with ukulele, whether you're serious or not, better start with a relatively good one. Because this is just the baseline. Actually, there's cheaper, if you buy this without the bag and the accessories.
There's cheaper?
Yes, there's cheaper, Joe. And we won't feature that in the channel because I don't want to even recommend that at all. This one, I can recommend for what it is, but move up.
Very quickly?
Very quickly. I think it's also priced at that particular price, and it's even high at that price because it has a design.
Actually, you can't even complain about it because of what you paid for and what you get.
Yes, because this alone, this capo alone can be like $10 to a major brand.
Yeah,
the tuners is $20 in a
$20,
major brand. But these again are from Asia. Okay, these are brands from Asia, but this is actually a nice relative brand of instrument. The IRIN actually does make good basic.
Yeah,
So again,
but this wasn't it.
well, yes, you buy it from the pineapple. It does come in kiwi. This watermelon. I think it also comes with pineapple. And again, this is the pineapple shape, by the way. We forgot to mention that one unique thing about this is supposed to be the pineapple shape, but
you have a watermelon.
Yeah, but it saves up. Imagine they did a kiwi, and kiwis don't usually shape this way too, right? So, move up, step up. If you're a good tito, you buy something else relatively with a nice design. If you can afford a kala, you can get the kala pineapple, lanikai, mahalo, and the other upper brands that do sell fruit and other designs. But yes, again, do get it for these fine samples, accessories. So,
any final words?
My final thoughts on this and final words is that be a good tito and give your niece or your nephew a nice, colorful ukulele. If this is the only thing you can afford, at least you're giving something for your kids or for a gift. That's actually a good start.
At least when they move up, they can still use the accessories.
Yes, just expect that when they move up, they'll ask you again. Can you give me a ukulele, Tito? So
hey guys, once again, please subscribe to the channel. We need your likes. Really means a lot to us.
Yes, every like and subscribe is a penny towards this kind of ukulele. So thank you again, Joe, for your visit. Thank you for bringing us to our fine location, our new location at, again, Shutter Master and Shutter Cafe.
Yes.
Thank you for our sponsors. And we'll see you again in our next episode.
Thank you very
when we
much.
will feature better ukuleles.